Bonafide Hustler here. Today we're going to talk about where you can go on rainy days. Hey, what's going on? This is Chris, the Bonafide Hustler, coming to you live from a nice little afternoon here in Austin, Texas. And the sun's kind of beaming through the trees, and we actually had a flash thunderstorm here like not too long ago. So I think my window of opportunity is probably right about now before another one comes through. Anyway, I want to show you some of the cool things that I found today, and a little bit of stuff I found this week, as well as discuss like what you can do on like a rainy day or a foggy morning, or times when garage sales are just not an option. Okay, so let's talk about some of the stuff that I found today. Let's start over here real quick. Earlier in the week, well actually, today we found this thing right here, which is a Bob stroller. And you all guys know out there that I love Bob strollers and love hustling Bob strollers. So this is one of them, and this is a 2012 model, so it's just awesome. It's got the padding, the extra padding in here. That's how I know it's a 2012. I have a video called How to Flip a Bob Baby Stroller, so I will put a hyperlink right about here. So take a look for the hyperlink right around where my finger is. Okay, but watch that video. It'll tell you how to hustle this thing. I bought it for about 160 bucks. Sounds like a big amount to like shell out, but it's a really easy $100 to make. Okay. What else did I find this week? I found this Gregory backpack. Now this is not just any ordinary backpack. You can see it has like loops and straps and all kinds of stuff. And that's basically things to compress or decompress your luggage when you go hiking for like extended periods of time. This is not like a day pack. This is something to take, for like 2 days out, maybe 4 days out in the wilderness and come back. So this is a gigantic pack. It's made by a company called Gregory, which is really good, just like Osprey and all those other awesome backpacks. And I will make a video about backpacks pretty soon because I'm really big into them. But anyway, this thing right here was about 10 bucks, and it's probably got a market value of about 100. So easy money right there. Okay, so we went to a really epic garage sale this morning. It was gigantic, and I actually put a picture of that garage sale on my Facebook. It was really, really, really cool. Anyways, my girlfriend found these right here for like $3. Actually, maybe it was $2. Anyway, they're just like normal boots, right? Goodyear soles. They're not even like, we'll swing on boots all day long for like $2 or $3, right? Okay, so we found those. What else did we find? We'll put this down here. We found some cool portraits, not portraits, I don't even know what to call them, pictures, frame pictures of like old cars. They're all dusty and everything, but old cars. These are British cars like Bentley, and here's one that's an MG. Real pretty posters. So this belongs in the antique booth. We got them both for about $10, and I think market value on this is somewhere around 40 to 60 bucks. They're already in the frames, and they're really cool prints. So anyway, definitely swung on that. Went to a garage sale after that. Found some cool bike parts. So when you get a tube for cheap, and if you start getting into bikes are a really good thing to make money on. So I always buy bike parts because you always find flat tires on bikes and stuff, so you gotta hustle. And when you get cheap tubes, buy cheap tubes. At that same garage sale, that epic garage sale this morning, my girlfriend also came up with this. A really good pair of Vibram 5 fingers. So these are really cool shoes. She got them for $2. Now that's a total steal. The market value on this is about 40 to 50. And those are just in high demand right now, especially with this whole minimalist and movement and barefoot kind of thing going on right now. All right, so what else did we find at that garage sale? I'll show you here in a second. But later on in the day, there was a thing called a swap meet, like a bike swap meet. It happens once a year here in town, and like every town, that's a gigantic town, I should say, like a big city. We'll have like these little swap meets specific to a lot of things, right? Well, I like going to the bike ones because I just love bikes. And so when I'm out there, you'll find people selling samples and things. Samples of like, certain things like Patagonia or RVCA or Hurley clothing or anything bike related that they want to sell. Well, the Patagonia rep was over there and he was trying to liquidate boots. So I bought these for 20 bucks. These are brand new Patagonia boots, probably have a market value of about 70 to maybe 100 bucks, but they're brand new, Vibram soled. And what's good, and you know that the resale is high, is because it's totally waterproof. All right, so very good brand, totally waterproof, 20 bucks. I'll swing on that all day. I bought a bunch of bars because these bars right here were $5, but these are like $50 bars. But the market value realistically is somewhere between 20 and 30. local sales. So I bought a bunch of bars today. And this last one right here was 30 bucks still. Local sale. Any one of these will go for like 20 bucks, real cheap. Bought them each for 5. And then I bought some seats at a garage sale today for bikes. You know, when I fix up bikes or whatever, these are pretty good quality seats, even though they look like hell. People love these like old Concours seats, and they love, you know, old things like San Marcos. These are Selle San Marcos, and they're just beat up, but people still like this stuff. Just paid $1 for each one of these. Paid $2 for this tire. Anytime you need to soup up a bike or get a better tire on it, you don't want to find yourself at a bike store spending $30 or $50 on a tire when you can, you know, start hustling bikes and paying $2 for a tire. So buy parts when you see them if you're into bikes. Now let's show you some of the cool bikes that I found today, because there's some really good ones. I should say good deals. So let's look down here first of all. The bike we found at that epic garage sale this morning is this one right here. This is a 90s GT Tequesta. Very, very, very hard bike to find. And all steel, really cool 1990s look to it. It's all dirty and we haven't even cleaned it up yet or anything. Has a flat tire in the front, but you know what? Smart hustling, always buy tubes. So it's a really cool mountain bike, very desirable. We spent about $25 on it, and the market value on something like this is anywhere between $100 and $150, like easily, just because of the color and the cool swizzle paint kind of thing. Very neat. At that bike swap meet, I also came across, it was a simple question to a guy, because I saw some old, some just junky kind of looking bikes in the back, and I was like, hey, you know, how much for those things? And this is at the tail end of the swap meet. You know, at the tail end of anything, a garage sale, a swap meet, your deals are going to get really, really good. So this guy was like, look, make me an offer. And Smart Hustler goes, you know what? I don't really need it. I got a friend in town that wants to borrow a bike, which wasn't true. And I just don't really need it. Anyway, so he was like, well, how about this? How about $5? You take it. $5 each one. So I bought 2 bikes for $5 a piece. And this one right here is a Schwinn hybrid. I mean, it works in everything. It's totally amazing. And then that one over there is a Fuji M100. The mountain bike rigid for $5 though. So it's a total score. All right, so let's talk about what the segment is all about. And I call this segment Cloudy with a Chance of Profits. Because when it gets cloudy and when it gets rainy, you guys should never just sit at home, right? There are a lot of options that you can do when it gets raining or foggy and stuff like that. Don't just think, well, garage sales are done, that means my whole day is done. Incorrect. So, plan on Friday, right? Look at your weather, make a little garage sale route. But if it rains on Saturday morning, it is what it is, right? So rain, basically this is what you gotta do. Thrift, pawn, flea markets, estate sales, and antique malls. Those are all indoors and all are great places to find good profits. Really, they all are. Now, if you get sun and fog, we had just an enormous amount of fog this morning when we were out at 6:30 in the morning. Couldn't see anything. Yeah, it was looking kind of bleak, but we stumbled upon that mega garage sale. And you can do garage sales, yard sales, estate sales. You can do pawn shops. You can do antique malls. You know, swap meets, which is what I went to today. It was a bike swap meet. Flea markets, right? And then you can go to sample specific sales, right? Sometimes just the reps get together and they go, okay, we'll have a sample sale for, you know, all Billabong stuff and all Hurley stuff and all surf related things. And so look for things like that. Sample things are all the coolest thing of the season, and they're just selling the things that were on mannequins or the things that were like showcased in a store. They got to get rid of all that stuff. So sample sales are great because it's all new stuff. It just needs to be liquidated. So you get like 80% off, literally. So if you do like these videos, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And find me on Facebook, the Bonafide Hustler. And yeah, take a look at that link, especially for that stroller. For you guys that want to like start hustling baby strollers, I know it kind of sounds weird, but there's a lot of money to be made in that kind of stuff. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on these videos, okay? Talk to you soon.